Hello and welcome back to Blue Rising, your home of all things Birmingham City. I'm Will Brazier and welcome back Ellen Ellard. Ellen, how are you?
Will. Yeah, I'm good. We've got another big episode today. Lots going on around the club. Of course, international duties, a couple of announcements around that as well, which is very exciting. Some academy milestones, and you and Tommy took a special trip, didn't you?
Yes, more on that later. It was a work trip, it wasn't a lad's holiday. But first up, our special guest, my favourite player, is Christoph Klarer. Christoph, how are you?
All good, yeah, thanks for having me.
How was training today?
It was good, yeah, we put a shift in, we worked on some things tactically and it was a good session.
Lots been going on for you in recent weeks off the pitch, recently become a dad, congratulations. How is parenthood treating you?
Yeah, firstly thank you very much. It's the best thing ever, it's the best thing to happen in my life so far. It obviously comes with some challenges, but no, I wouldn't change it for a thing.
Love that. How's it been balancing work life and being a father now as well? How have you found that?
No, you get used to it. Obviously, we've got a few boys in the change room. They're all very happy to give some advice. I'm sure there's some good and bad bits in there, but no, it's been fine. Like I said, it gives you so much energy coming home and seeing your little baby. So I've really enjoyed it so far.
Does it change your mindset being a dad? I found at the time I felt like there was a lot more responsibility on my shoulders to do well at football.
Yeah, look, so far in my life, everything's been really self-centred. Everything's about football, and now that perspective has changed a little bit. Everything I do is for my family. It's the most important thing in my life, and it really has changed my perspective of life.
You are captain, leader. I feel like you've been captain for so long now, but it's only from the start of this season. In that position, how would you assess how things have gone so far?
Yeah, obviously it was a big responsibility when the gaffer asked me to do it back in August. Obviously something that I wanted to do, something that I could see myself doing, and like I said, I've really enjoyed my role so far. Obviously comes with a massive responsibility to be the captain of Birmingham City Football Club, because it's a massive club with a massive following, and there's obviously some demands going to be put on you, but like I said, I've really enjoyed it. I've had great help from the senior players as well, and I think we've done a good job so far.
Is there anyone who you've modelled your captaincy off?
Not modelled off, but I've said this before, that I've been really fortunate to have had very good senior players in my career so far, so I've been able to learn from them when I was younger, and obviously now where I'm at the stage of having that responsibility, I took a lot from different stations, from different clubs, and like I said, from different players, and still trying to be my own person, which I think is the most important thing. But like I said, I've been really fortunate to have had some really good senior players in my career so far.
The captain's role always used to be the link between the manager and staff and the dressing room. Is that still the same?
Yeah, of course, definitely. Because obviously some people, they don't want to go straight to the gaffer and ask him questions, or you just still trying to be that link, trying to make it easier for the gaffer to communicate to the team, and vice versa. So if there's issues in the team, if there's questions that need to get asked, it's my job to obviously speak to the gaffer. People on more days off, it's my duty to go into that office and try and sort that, but I'm aware of that that's still the case, and like I said, I think we've had a very good dialogue between the team and the gaffer this season, and our relationship's only got stronger.
Your relationship with the manager is building because of the captaincy role. How have you found that from that side, as opposed to the lads coming and saying, Kristoff, get in there and ask if we can have a day off?
Of course, I think it's important to have that relationship with the manager, because he obviously put a lot of faith in me to do that role, to take on that role, and like I said, especially through the tough times, you build a strong relationship. I trust him a lot in what he does, and I can see how much he does for us to be successful, and how hard he works and how driven he is, and vice versa. I think he obviously sees how I operate on a daily basis, and he puts that trust into me to lead that change room and perform on the pitch.
Was it almost helpful to, like I said, I feel like you've been captain for so long, but officially it was this season, but to have Dukey and Christian last season, to sort of see that leadership and see how they treated it as well?
Yeah, like I said, we've had very good senior players last year. We've had Duke, obviously Christian was captain last year. We've had Grant Henley, Ben Davies, Kieran Dowell, a lot of players that have been around the English Football League. So I could learn a lot, but especially from Duke. He's still here now at the club, and he's still there for some advice if I ever need it. So yeah, that was definitely something that was really helpful for me before taking on the role this season.
You mentioned the players there who have lots of EFL experience. Of course, this January we've had a whole new cohort of players come in who don't have that EFL experience, players coming in from abroad. How important has your role been in bringing them into the team, bringing them into the setup and setting the expectations for this league, the Championship, which we know is one of the most difficult in the world?
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, we've brought in a lot of foreign boys, and the good thing for me is that I was once one in their shoes, so I know exactly what it's like to move to a foreign country, to a different culture, because it is different. English people are different. And,
How are we different, Kristoff?
I don't know, you like your tea, and obviously the passion for football is the best in the world. So like I said, it is different. I know what it's like, and they need that guidance in the first few days and weeks to settle in. They've got a lot of help here at the club. Obviously they've got people destined to help him, but you want to help them settle in, and then as soon as they settle in, I still want them to be themselves. I don't want to guide them throughout the time that they're here. I still want them to be themselves, because that's what's made them successful so far, and they're going to naturally gravitate to whoever they feel comfortable and trusted with. And like I said, I see the duty of the captain to obviously help them settle in, and then they go on from there and make their way from there. Was
there anything that could have prepared you for just how much outside noise there would be around the club, and then anything that you can do to help the players coming in? You look at like August Prisker, for example, so young coming into the setup, so they are mentally prepared for the noise going on outside, how to block that out and just focus on what's going on the training pitch. You
can't fully prepare someone for what's going to happen, because no one knows what the future holds, but I think coming to Birmingham, it's a massive club. There's been very big expectations on us this year, so there's obviously going to be some noise if you lose some games or if you're not where the majority of fans expect you to be. I think everyone is aware of that, but like you said, I don't think you can prepare individuals for what's going to happen. You need to learn by experience. I think that's what's helped me the most in my career, making experiences that are going to improve me and make me a better player, and also, like you said, a better person, because there's a lot of noise going on, and you just need to block that out as a footballer and focus on what you're doing every day.
We want to get into your career, but just on that noise, and just for the sort of final stretch of the season, sort of what are you playing for? Are you still aiming high and just trying to get up the table as high as you can?
Yeah, of course. I think this club has struggled massively in this division over the last few years, so it's our job now to push as much as possible. There's still a lot of points to be played for, and we need to work really hard on the training pitch and really give it our best. And we'll see where we end up after 46 games. And like I said, it's our duty, it's my duty to keep everyone going and make sure we keep working hard, because there's fans travelling up and down the country to watch the games, and they're working really hard for the tickets, and there's a lot of that goes into following us and watch us and support us to play football. So we're aware of that, and we've let them down a few too many times this season already, so we'll make sure we definitely give it our best shot, and that's all you can ask for.
Just on that subject, the atmosphere at St Andrews at Knighthead Park, when everything's going great, is talked about by every player. How did you find it? I know you said you can't really prepare for being a Birmingham player, because it is different. There's nothing outside the Premier League. Certainly nothing in the EFL that matches the atmosphere at a full St Andrews at Knighthead Park. What were your first thoughts when you came in and experienced that?
It's intense. It's definitely intense. They expect you to be there. They expect you to battle. I think they can forgive a misplaced pass. What they can never forgive is you not showing 100% effort. I think that's my takeaway from my time there so far. And like I said, people need to experience this. You can tell them and try to prepare them as much as possible, but they need to experience it and deal with it pretty quickly.
we've seen over the years, we've seen a lot of players that struggled with that atmosphere, but it looks to me like there's a strong dressing room, and the lads look forward to that.
Yeah, I think that's just part of being a professional footballer. But I think what we certainly have done over the time that I've been here is made a fortress. It's really hard for people to beat us here, and the fans obviously play a massive role in that.
We had Ethan Ellard on. Fantastic to speak to him, and he was speaking about the moment he found out he was joining Blues. I wanted to cast your mind back to that. When were you first made aware of the interest in Blues? Who did you chat to, and how did it go?
Yeah, so obviously I just played my first season in the Bundesliga. We got relegated, so I kind of knew that something would happen in the summer. And I got, obviously my agent told me that there was interest, and I got a phone call it was a Zoom call with Craig and the gaffer, and I was really impressed. Obviously they were talking about what the club's trying to do in the future, but I really like to live in the present, so the present was really important for me, what the club was trying to do initially. And obviously speaking to the gaffer, he was a big reason why I came, because I could really identify myself with him as the values he's got as a person, the style of play he wants to play. So he played a big role in me coming to the club.
How would you say your game has changed since you've arrived here in Birmingham?
A lot. I've learned a lot from the manager so far. He's very demanding in training, in games. So that has definitely helped me improve. There's a lot of detail that goes into our work on the training pitch, so you're always learning. You're always trying to improve, and I think that's been the most important thing so far.
I think people will look at this season and obviously see some of the losses that we've had and maybe think that last season was sort of a breeze, and the 1-1-1 came like that, but obviously you'll know differently. How intense was that, and how, because there were some moments last year when that it was backs to the wall stuff as well. How much did that almost prepare you for this season as well?
Yeah, I think we knew we had the best squad last year. I think we knew we were expected to get promoted or probably win the league, because we had the best tools, but it's still a different story actually having to go out there and do it, and we had to be there. There was a lot of games to be played. We had a big target on our backs, but like I said, we managed to do it in a very good fashion, broke the record, something really impressive, and obviously people are going to try and take away from us because we've spent some money, or we've had the best players, but only the people that were here and have experienced how hard it was will know how big of an achievement it actually is.
You mentioned the dressing room already. What is the message that you as players have to the fans for the rest of the season?
First of all, I think we appreciate the support. I think we've got the best away following in terms of noise and numbers in the league, factually. So we definitely appreciate that. We know how hard they work and how hard sometimes things are to travel that far, and then to see us lose or not put in the performance that they want to see from us. We know we haven't been good enough, especially away from home, so that is disappointing. But we're very proud to play for Birmingham City. I think that is the big message from the group of players. I think the most important thing is that this football club has now got a group of players that cares about the club, that's willing to go that extra mile for the club and to put in a real shift. And we're not always going to win, but I think we're certainly always going to try and give our best. And that's, if I was a fan, that's what I would want to see.
In terms of, we speak so much about the atmosphere and what you've experienced. What are some of the standout moments for you? I'm talking your Scott Wrights, 96 minutes. Yeah, no, definitely that was an early one in my career here. Obviously the 2 FA Cup games against Premier League teams were very good. You had the Wrexham game where there was a lot of noise about, and the atmosphere was very good for that. Mansfield at home was special for various reasons. But the night I look back and I enjoyed the most was the Peterborough away game when we got promoted, and a lot of pressure fell off that night when we were officially promoted to the Championship, because we've worked so hard to finally get the reward. That was really special. Was that? I think you could almost see it in all of your celebrations as well. That relief, because I remember being in the away end, seeing the the gaffer do his 3 cheers, it was like so visceral and so like he was so passionate to get that out. Was it just that relief of getting it done because of the pressure?
Yeah, definitely, because like I said, there was a lot of pressure on us and we've had to work really hard. There were so many games, there weren't many days off last year, so people were with each other a lot, travelling on that bus up and down the country a lot. So for us to do it with 6 games to spare was really special, and like I said, a massive achievement that we could all share together that night.
I always think with promotions, your initial thought is relief, because you've done your job, you've done everything that was expected of you with all of the pressure from outside of the football club, but then you enjoy the celebrations, and it seems to come around quick that you then think, right, what's the next task?
Yeah, it was a unique situation because obviously we got promoted, or we won the league the day after, and we've had a big game a few days after that, so it was a unique situation. So we probably couldn't celebrate our promotion the way you celebrated your promotions back in the day. But like I said, it was very unique because of the calendar that we've had, and obviously that big Wembley game coming up after. So we enjoyed it that night, but as soon as we got back here, our focus did turn towards that game and towards the last 3 games of the season, where we obviously tried to do something special, and we achieved it in the end.
You speak about the bus, your teammates, sort of who are you closest to? Who are some of the ones that make you laugh as well in that changing room?
I think Peck's obviously the one that I'm closest with, on and off the pitch. I always sit opposite of Ryan, always sits opposite me, and Alex was there before he got injured, and I'm sure he'll retake his seat once he gets back. But overall, it's a group that I really enjoy being part of, a group that I'll always defend because they work so hard and they give everything for this football club. So there's a group of people playing card games or whatever at the back.
You're not in the card game?
No, I'm too bad. I'm too bad.
No,
I won't win any money. So
not even a bit of Uno?
Not for me. I'll probably play Uno, but as soon as it gets a bit advanced, I'm out of it.
Was Ryan the one that sort of taught you the ways of Birmingham as a whole, of the city? Could you understand him straight away?
The accent was difficult at the start, but now obviously Rocky was someone that I've shared a lot of time with on the pitch. Last year we've had the most clean sheets, the best defensive record in the league for a reason. So you do grow close to people, and obviously him knowing the club really well, hearing him talk about the club was very helpful for me. So he's definitely been a big influence in my time here, and he's someone that I can go to as a senior player if I ever need any advice.
Love that.
What about something that's often overlooked is switching off, which is so important when you play for a club like this. How does Christoph Klarer switch off?
Pre-baby, maybe.
Pre-baby and post-baby.
I think that's two different stories really, because I'm quite intense in the way I try to live my life and my career, and so I care a lot, and it has been difficult for me to switch off when I get back. Which is definitely something I had to work on, but now with the baby, like I said, it just completely shifts your focus. You've got a lot of responsibilities now at home as well, and it's just good to switch off, because although it's a lot of work, you do come back refreshed mentally, and that's sometimes just as important as coming back refreshed physically. So that's definitely been a big help for me, just to be able to switch off on my days off and then come back more refreshed, ready to go again.
Just finally, you speak about that intensity, and as a fan, I feel like it really obviously has come across since the time you first put on the blue shirt. But how much has Birmingham sort of got under your skin, and how much sort of, we can see the care, but how much is it part of you now?
A lot. Obviously, I'm the captain of this football club. I'm aware of the responsibilities that come with that, and the main thing for me is that I'm serving the club to the best of my ability. I'm going to do this job as long as the club wants me to do it, or until I run out of energy, but I don't see that coming anytime soon. So my job is to do my best for this club. I care a lot, and I want to get this club where it wants to be eventually, and I'm just trying to give my best every day, and hopefully we can get there sooner rather than later.
Love that. Kristoff, thank you so much for your time. Brilliant as always.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Time for this week's news, and it's a busy one across all areas of the club.
Yes, and on the men's side, it was a busy international period. Bright, Pate, Prisket and Beadle all received international call-ups during the break for both the men's national sides and the under-21 sides as well.
Exclusively in the club shop this week, ahead of the fixture against Blackburn Rovers at home on Friday, you can find our exclusive Peaky Blinders collection. T-shirts, mugs, coasters, all in the club shop and available for you.
Yes, I love the club shop. It's my second residence now. I'll be living there, so I'll see you in there. Also, a huge congratulations to Grandel Boateng. He becomes the youngest ever player to feature for Blues under-18s at the age of 14 years and 99 days old. And finally, before we finish the news, we'd all like to send our thoughts, prayers and condolences to the family of Paul Pike. We're all thinking of you.
Big game coming up on Monday night, an exciting one in the Adobe Women's FA Cup, the quarter-finals, as we host the WSL League leaders Manchester City. Huge clash. Get your tickets now. 5 p.m. kickoff. We want to see you there at St Andrews at Knighthead Park.
Yes, that's the cup. The league is hotting up. We hosted Sunderland last night, but we record this on a Wednesday, so let's have a look at the highlights.
Spreads the ball out to Lindstrom, who can run all day. Now Louis hangs one up to the far post, and Holloway is there. And heading the ball up and over. Has never scored for Birmingham City, Bex Holloway. Long ball forward is not dealt with. Might fall yet for Eleanor Dale, who got the shot away. It was well saved by Thomas. I think it took a slight nick off Martha Harris on the way through. Cornet's header. Louis, lovely little flick to Lindstrom. And Birmingham could be in again here. Lindstrom beats the goalkeeper off the line. Cara Hamilton back there. And Lamborn dives on the loose ball. Miyagawa. Laid hammer. Taking the ball in her stride and popping it off to Bathsheba Louis. And Lamborn backpedaling, had to scramble it over the top. Ten minutes into the second half, and Birmingham are turning to their top scorer. Lily Crosthwaite is coming on for Ossian Hurt. They need a goal. Can they score? The best teams always find a way. Shannon Cook sends it up to Crosthwaite under pressure. Turning, shooting, scoring! And Lily Crosthwaite has won it for Birmingham City! The substitute off the bench at the death has delivered the goal that is sending Birmingham top of the pile. What a brilliant finish. And look at the celebrations. 93 minutes on the clock. Well, Birmingham now having to defend and defend for their lives. And there is the full-time whistle. Look at the celebrations, led by the manager and led by the goal scorer Lily Crosthwaite.
Well, a big clash of two shades of blue. The Sky Blues of Manchester City currently leading the way in the WSL table and have more than one hand on the trophy with just a couple games left to play, up against Birmingham City at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. It's going to be a huge clash, Tommy. Birmingham have had a good draw through the FA Cup up until this point. This is the hardest game they could have got, but as we've seen in recent weeks, the signings brought in January, the signings brought in at the start of the season have really shone. Just a couple of games left in the league as well. We have to highlight Vilma Leerdammer, scored against Bristol City at the weekend, and she is really proving why the club went out and broke the bank for her.
Absolutely. You know, we've seen from each and every one of the signings how they've hit the ground running. And it's easier to do that in a team that's winning week in, week out, essentially. But the cup game's a nice little sideline for us. Really tough game.
Yeah.
But I think we've seen it in the men's game. The WSL teams and the Premier League men's teams, you don't know what side they're going to pick.
Yeah.
It's certainly an opportunity. With only a few games left in the league campaign, they know what they have to do. It's as simple as that. They have to get over the line this year.
For me, I wasn't even looking at Charlton in the league table, but they've sort of got reeled in the last couple of weeks, haven't they? Would you rather be the top of the league at this sort of stage of the season, or with the form that Blues have sort of recaptured and they're chasing down that first position now with a game to play against them on the final day? What position would you rather be in?
Well, you're not relying on anybody else when you're in the position we're in. I think it's always better to have that position of strength in the league. Yes, you could argue that you've got something to go for, but automatic is something to go for too. So it's about maintaining that consistency that they've showed, and it's a knack of winning games that we've seen in recent weeks. Certainly, it's not a case where games have been comfortable and we can coast the last 20 minutes, half an hour. We've got to be on our toes until that final whistle, and I think that's what's been the successful part of this season. The new players developing quickly certainly helps, but also the consistent message from Amy throughout. I think that's the key to it.
Right, love that. Hopefully a big performance on Monday. That was everything on the pitch, but it's time to catch up with Louis. It's Admin's Corner.
Well, thanks guys. International break, a notorious time for clubs to push the boat out in what is usually a very quiet couple of weeks. Let's kick off with next week's opponents, Ipswich Town, showcasing Darnell Furlong's rather niche but incredible talent with a bit of an F1 crossover.
Hello, I'm Darnell Furlong and this is my niche talent. Austria. Monaco.
Down to Southern Europe then, looking at Inter Palace, a rather aesthetically pleasing way of showing off some of the club's strongest imagery, as well as it looking nice, the numbers also reflected it. Now, having players buy in when it comes to this sort of content is essential, and to be fair, it looks like Charlotte FC have smashed it with this video.
How old are you?
I'm 20!
Rounding it up back in the Championship then with the Saints, crossing the music culture with training edits, something different to the usual mundane rondos warm-ups. Check this one out.
Right here, right now, 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 right here, right now.
That's it for Admin's Corner this week. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Louis. Well, boys, I was going to say you've come back tanned. One of you has come back very tanned from your own little international break. Unfortunately, well, it's not you. It wasn't just beaches, pools and golf, though. You were out there working, right?
Yes. Yeah, no, there was a work element to it, wasn't there, Tom?
There was, yes, there was. I mean, obviously, as you'd expect, Dylan, I was very professional.
Yes, of course.
And we had a lot of content to get.
Yeah, no, we did. Obviously, we were out there to interview Christophe Dugarry, which, I mean, Tommy's obviously my number one, but Kristoff comes in at number two. So to get to meet him in Marrakesh, where he now resides, and shoot a number of bits of content, wasn't it? The serious stuff we'll talk about first, because we were speaking off camera. He spoke so well about the club. Like his CV, wasn't it? It's like Barcelona, AC Milan, the strikers he played with. But you got him speaking about Blues. You got him speaking about St Andrews. You got him speaking about Jeff Horsfield. You've never seen a bigger smile on the man's face, which for me as a fan, for 20 years on, was so nice to see, wasn't it? I
think it was great to see the passion in his eyes when he's talking about Birmingham City. Like you say, the clubs that he's played for, he has very, very fond memories of the club and Horse. When he's listing the players that he's played with, and I ask him who's the best, and Horse gets in there. I'm not so sure he meant that Horse.
He did it a bit French, didn't he? It was maybe a little lost in translation.
Yeah, I speak better French than you.
Yes,
we work like that. But yeah, it was a really good trip. Kristoff was fabulous. He organised the golf for us, doesn't he?
I've heard there was some karaoke in there as well. I'm not sure we'll get that in the tapes, but roll the tapes.
Have a seat, Christophe.
Merci.
Nice to see you.
Happy to see you too.
So on Blue Rising, the show we do, I know it's your favourite show. We talk about strikers all of the time. I think it's the most difficult position to play.
I agree.
You've played with some of the best strikers in the world. Tell us about some of the strike partners you've had.
Oh, j'ai joué avec des grands. J'ai joué avec les meilleurs. J'ai joué avec, tu te rends compte, j'ai joué avec Figo. J'ai joué avec Rivaldo. J'ai joué avec Stoïkov. J'ai joué avec Baggio, Georges Weah, Savicevic. L'équipe de France, j'ai joué avec Djorkaeff, j'ai joué avec beaucoup de grands attaquants. Les meilleurs du monde, j'ai eu la chance de jouer Jeff Horsfield.
Also be happy that you mentioned him with all of those.
I love him. Pour moi, le meilleur, celui que j'ai préféré jouer, c'était Roberto Baggio, c'était l'italien.
He's the best.
Fantastique.
Why?
Pas très différent. He's different. He play with je sais pas, with a spirit, On sentait que quand il recevait le ballon, il savait pas ce qu'il allait faire avec et qu'il inventait à chaque fois quelque chose. C'était incroyable. Et après, il n'était pas attaquant, mais le plus fort de tous, c'est Zidane. Zidane, c'est unique.
Yeah.
Personne n'est capable de jouer comme Zidane. C'est un like a dancing.
Yeah.
He turn with the left foot, right foot. He think what's happened around him, and he understand everything before to touch the ball. He knows what's happened, who is here, and il amène de la fluidité. Il amène quelque chose de. C'est le sang. Zizou, c'est le sang qui coule dans une équipe. C'est lui qui permet de blood to move in the team. C'est incroyable.
Do you think he would have liked to play in the Premier League?
Je pense qu'il est capable de jouer partout. Il aurait pu jouer dans n'importe quel endroit, mais le football espagnol, c'était parfait pour lui. Le football espagnol, c'est bien. Le football anglais, c'est difficile parce qu'il y a beaucoup d'intensité, c'est dangereux.
Robbie Savage.
It's crazy. tackle. But it's important to have a player like this in the midfield for all the team, for the support. It's very important. Savage, yes, different.
Very different. So you score goals in Spain, in Italy, in France. What was it like, your first goal at St Andrews?
My first goal?
Yeah.
It was my first goal with the head. I remember. I don't remember against the team. It was. I don't remember.
Okay.
I remember the first goal. It was after a corner, a second ball, go, and one player give the ball behind the defense, and I was not offside but limit, and with the head. I remember this goal.
And the crowd?
It was after 2-3 games, very difficult games. Against Arsenal, we lose maybe 5-0. After we play Manchester, we lose a game. We lose 2 or 3 games. And it was crazy. I remember what I do here. We lose. I don't touch the ball. It was difficult. C'était libération. C'était un moment de libération. Et je savais qu'après le premier but, j'étais capable d'en marquer après beaucoup plus.
So Baggio is the best. Horsfield, best at Birmingham.
Moi, j'ai adoré jouer avec Jeff Horsfield. Jeff Horsfield, dans une équipe, tu as souvent des coéquipiers, des doublons. Par exemple, des joueurs dans les couloirs où tu fonctionnes à 2, à droite, à gauche, et des attaquants, tu as 2 attaquants, donc tu es une paire, tu es une doublette. Et jouer avec Jeff Horsfield, c'était génial parce que lui, il allait au combat et moi, j'avais les choses faciles à faire. Lui, il gardait le ballon, il était combattant, il était généreux et je sentais qu'il voulait faire les choses pour moi et pour me mettre dans les meilleures conditions. Voilà, je sentais qu'il était prêt à faire le travail que j'aime pas. Et moi, je préférais toucher le ballon. Et c'est pour ça que j'aimais beaucoup jouer avec lui et partager et avoir cet échange avec lui.
And the manager, Steve Bruce, how did you find Steve compared to other managers?
Il est super. Il est super, c'est un humain, il a du cœur, c'est grâce à lui que je suis venu à Birmingham. C'est le premier contact que j'ai eu, c'est avec Steve Bruce. Et c'est avec lui, c'est avec lui. Si j'avais pas eu la discussion avec Steve Bruce, je serais pas venu à Birmingham. Déjà, je connaissais pas les Blues, je connaissais la ville, mais je connaissais pas bien le club. Et c'est le premier contact que j'ai eu avec lui, où j'ai vu son sourire, sa tête, sa joie, et j'ai aimé le premier contact. L'équipe était dans une position difficile, et il m'a parlé de football, de jeu, de plaisir, et c'est lui qui m'a fait venir. C'est grâce à lui. Ouais. Et puis c'était un grand joueur, c'est une légende. Steve Bruce, c'est une légende à Manchester. Je voyais très bien sa tête quand il jouait et tout. J'ai souvenir de beaucoup de ses matchs. Et j'avais confiance en lui parce que je savais que c'était un joueur, donc on parlait le même langage. Et c'est vrai que c'est grâce à lui que je suis venu à Birmingham. C'est lui qui a fait toute la différence.
So now, as we sit here, we've both retired.
Ouais.
But now there's some good strikers. Who for you, around the world, is the best strikers?
I think Yamal is different.
Yeah.
Every time he touch the ball, you don't know what's happened. He changed the rhythm.
And so young.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Mbappé is different. Mbappé score a lot of goals. It's striker, incredible striker, sure. But I prefer the style of Yamal.
Yeah.
More technique, more difference, one against one. Mbappé is chirurgical.
Yeah.
He wants goal. He wants score. I prefer Mbappé. Maybe it's the best one, maybe. But I prefer the style of Yamal.
It's good to watch.
Yeah. Yes.
Christophe, thank you for joining me.
Merci.
It's been nice to see you after such a long time.
Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
Oh, well, that brings us to the end of this week's Blue Rising.
Yeah, it's been a great show. Great to reminisce about the work trip I had to Marrakesh with Tommy to meet Christophe Dugarry. Great to chat about the FA Cup.
Yep.
Great to have the captain in. Been a great show, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Joe Lycett, thank you for your time. Always great to have you. And we'll see you next week on Blue Rising.